So today I want to discuss the importance to realize that one of the major habits that we have as human beings is that we block the flow. We have several major habits. Limiting beliefs is one of them, fear is one of them, self-sabotage and limiting comfort zones is one of them, lack of gratitude is one of them. In lack of gratitude, we become very, very critical of everything and very, very judgmental when there's lack of gratitude. But today, I want to talk about blocking the flow. It is important to remember that everything is in motion. The natural cause of events, or the flow, consists of our being able to subconsciously seek out experiences to fulfill our desires and our beliefs, that which we hold as possible for our lives. So the flow is a very important aspect of life because no river can flow without its source. And on our earth, everything is in a constant state of flow. The rivers, the motion of the ocean, the energy. Right now, there's a flow of energy through the cables giving me electricity. Wow, isn't that an event to celebrate these days? So, blocking the flow represents the artificial halting of the process of seeking out information or experiences energetically. So at some point in our lives, we have learned to hold tightly to what we want. We all feel a great sense of control this way. We hold on to what is ours and we hold on very tightly. We are under the illusion that we can actually keep what we want by controlling it. It is time to break that habit. When you grab hold of what you want and squeeze too tightly, you stop your output of energy that attracts people, situations, and you stop opportunities that may present itself to you. You block the flow. In most cases, blocking the flow stems from fear of losing whatever it is that you're trying to control. And I'm using the word trying here with poetic license. It's not a word I favor, but it is trying because we're trying to control. Whenever you're trying to do something, my word is my honor, it's not going to happen. Because as long as you try, it's not going to happen. You either do it or you don't. So the fear of losing whatever it is that you're trying to control. Ironically, blocking the flow often creates what you fear most, which is losing what you're holding on to. Creating the flow offers an opening up of opportunities to give you what you want. So I want you to just imagine, just as a metaphor, as an analogy, I want you to imagine now that you are a great river. I watched something this morning of the Orange River. It's in full flood again, going over the Ochrabis waterfall. It is a sight to behold. It is the most powerful and most amazing sight. And imagine that you can now unblock in this moment and allow this magnificence, this flow that you represent, like the great Amazon, like our own great Orange River, that you can unleash that flow and that you can actually allow it to gently surge forth and bring you the opportunities and guide you towards the things that your heart most desires. Creating the flow is an act of letting go of panic. So many people are sitting with anxiety and panic at the moment. Creating the flow is an act of letting go of panic and giving first rather than holding, controlling, or demanding what you want for yourself to come to you. So remember that the flow always goes forward. The flow is not coming in right now. We're making the flow go forward. So we have all watched the behavior of people who feel insecure about a relationship. The first thing they do is they make demands, act jealous, create a general heaviness in the relationship. This type of behavior usually creates what they fear most. The pursued person feels the weight of the demands and begins to pull away. Because experiences are perceived energetically, the clinging partner senses the imminent loss and holds on even tighter. This snowball effect destroys many relationships. It's a snowball effect. It starts very small, but it becomes bigger and bigger and bigger as it accumulates. This process of blocking the flow occurs in all areas of life: career, relationships, financial matters. In order to stop blocking the flow and to start creating it, you must first stop clutching at whatever it is that you want and start demonstrating. When my hand is clutched like this, we've got to start demonstrating a relaxed posture, opening the hands through actions and attitude. Managed motion changes emotion and creates a new cause for a new effect. Your new confident behavior will be crucial in convincing the subconscious mind, the unconscious mind, that your situation has changed. By adopting a more casual attitude, you are telling your conscious and your unconscious mind that there is plenty out there for you. It has your fingerprint on it. It cannot go to anyone else. It has to come to you. But if you do not have the ability to receive because you've blocked the flow, it's not going to happen. On the other hand, when you cling to something out of fear, you tell your unconscious that there is not enough, that there's not enough. And enough is something that people struggle with continuously. I'm not good enough. Nothing that I ever do is enough. It's not enough. There's not going to be enough for tomorrow. You tell your unconscious mind that there is not enough. Take money, for instance. Many people have financial concerns, huge financial concerns. As money is merely a form of energy exchange, it's the way we exchange energy. It can represent many things, such as security and comfort and independence and self-sufficiency. If you want more money, you must first discover what it means to you. What does it mean to you to have more money? Do you know? Have you ever sat and thought, once you know what it means to you, demonstrate your confidence in this area. Demonstrate how confident you are in this area. It may be that you are in a position to give money to the needy, to give money to someone who needs support. If you are able to do so, do it. The idea of creating the flow is to avoid the over-anxious waiting for stuff to roll in. And I'm willing to be wrong. But my observation of this relationship with money recently is that people are getting ill with it. Their health is becoming affected by it, where there's a constant emphasis on money and the lack of it. Do not grab in fear and panic. Relinquish your hold and relax. Your life is proof of it. There's always been enough. Even when you thought, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I don't know how I'm going to get through this. There was always enough. Do not grab in fear and panic. Relinquish your hold and relax. Dare to break the habit of blocking the flow today. Today, while you're sitting here, dare to break the habit of blocking the flow. Although you may not experience in an instant what you are looking for, by creating the flow, you create the energy that attracts it. When there is a flow, there is a natural attraction to it. As your perception changes, as your dimensionality changes, so does your world. It's not easy to attract love when you are removed from it. As you create the flow, you reteach your unconscious mind. You reteach, you reassure your unconscious mind not only what you are looking for, that it's available for you, but that you are ready and comfortable with having it, with enjoying it, that you are willing, that you are available, that you have the capacity, and that you are capable. Because when you're willing, you need to be available. When you're available, you immediately create capacity. When you have capacity, you'll discover your immense capabilities, your potential realized. And it's a wonderful feeling to realize your potential. And it's not a place that you arrive at. Potential realized is a continuous process that we need to engage with every day when we are unblocking the flow, when we are allowing things, when we let go of the holding on and the fear and the anxiety of having to have. We let it go. Your unconscious mind creates the experience and it will allow it into your life. It's not if or maybe, it's an absolute. You ready yourself for the experience by already being in it. Dr. Greg Braden is one of the people that I listen to very often. I really love his teachings. I love his philosophies. I love the way he approaches life, and his truth resonates with how I experience my life. And he says in the way that we need to pray and the way that we need to ask for things, you ask for it as if you already have it. And you ask for it by feeling the feeling of already having it. You are acting with faith and trust that what you want is accessible to you. The flow is established. It's accessible to you. You are allowed to have it. It is a statement of fearlessness. And fearlessness is so important today. And it's very, very simple to be fearless because your life shows you that you will never be given more than you can handle. That's why you can be fearless. Make a conscious effort now, this day, to create flow in your everyday life. And every morning, when you begin your day, give permission. And give permission. I give myself permission for today to unblock the flow and to have a divine flow into my life, and to allow myself and to give myself the opportunity to create a conscious flow that brings to me my every heart's desire. What a wonderful thought that is. So remember that to say me first, when you say me first, when you look after yourself first, is not me only. It's me first so that I can be there for you. So think of something that you would like in your life right now, such as peace of mind, a new relationship, more money, a better job, more leisure time, and then list all the ways that you can think of, no matter how far-fetched, that you can create the flow of energy necessary to attain for this to come into your life and to find you willing, available, with capacity and with capability. And it's important to remember what this wish means to you. what it means to you. If you want money, what does money mean to you? Does it mean comfort? Does it mean uh, ease? Does it mean free of worry? What does it mean to you? Don't just ask for it. Look at when you have it. What will that mean to you? If you have someone that you have in a relationship that you can love, will that mean uh, 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 happiness? Will that mean gladness? Will that mean fun? Will that mean security? Will that mean feeling supported? There are many ways to create the flow with similar energies. You, I'm just giving you a few examples of how to create the flow of money. If money means independence to you, if money means self-sufficiency to you. So, look at how to create the flow. Here's a few examples. Let's use money as an example. If money means self-sufficiency to you, then assist someone with to draw up their resume. Let an out-of-town friend come and stay with you. If someone is lost, spend a few moments and give them directions. Say, can I assist you? If money means comfort for you, have a few people over for dinner. Visit a sick relative and bring along some soup. Offer assistance to a friend, and just clean up your house. Do a nice, refresh cleanup. That's creating the flow. Money means comfort. Create comfort in your space so that when money comes, it can find the comfort that you're already seeking. You can always create a flow of energy. By giving first, you immediately feel rich in that area and you create the energy that allows you to receive. Like energies attract like energies. If it's love that you want, you can create the flow by listening to a friend who has a problem. Because you want someone in your life who's going to listen to you when you have a problem. Because that's maybe what love is going to represent for you. Allowing someone the freedom to be themselves. Because if you be with someone that you love, you would want the freedom to be yourself. So then you do that for someone else so that love can see here is a space where what you're asking for can manifest. Offering, a homeless person a sandwich. That is, enjoying a nice meal with someone that you love. You just give someone the pleasure of eating something nice, giving loved ones the room in your heart without feeling cramped, without feeling overwhelmed by them. That's what you ask of love. That's how you create the flow. You must first give so that what you're asking for, that energy can see, yeah, I am welcome. Here is a space for me where I can feel at home. It's all about home, heaven on Mother Earth. This is where we belong. This is where we need to make it happen for ourselves. I had a conversation with someone on Friday, and they were talking to me about the levels of fear that they're feeling in their life and how much fear is controlling them and how much fear controls every decision and every choice that they're making. And I said to them, have you considered to give fear a different meaning? Because if you look at the acronym for fear, is false evidence appearing real. That's the most common one that we all know. And I said to her, have you considered that fear can stand for fearless enthusiasm and resilience? Fearless enthusiasm and resilience. Because what is missing when we have fear is enthusiasm for our life. The minute we start going into fear of something, remember that fear also makes us hold on. It makes us do this. But when you actually look at fearless enthusiasm, when you step into the enthusiasm of your soul, of your aliveness, of your body's will to live and be alive in the next moment, that innate intrinsic need that you have to survive and to continue your life. That's fearless enthusiasm. You've had it since you were born. And the resilience to deal with whatever's come across your path. So I want to continue this today, this discussion that I'm having with you, to talk about enthusiasm that is found in the willingness of the heart to risk, to let kindness be your deed, and then confidence is your reward. So risk, let kindness be your deed, and then confidence is your reward. Kindness to yourself, because when you're in a state of fear, you worry, you're anxious, you panic, you think you're not going to manage, you're not going to get it done, you're not going to do it, you're not going to get through it. Let kindness be your deed, then confidence is your reward. And enthusiasm is found in the willingness of the heart. When the minute you become willing and you make yourself available, you're going to start feeling that enthusiasm grow in you. Enthusiasm is absolutely necessary if you ever want to accomplish anything of value. You need larger than life excitement in whatever it is that you are doing for it to be successful. You can amass immense enthusiasm with your life. Immense. More than you can even begin to measure, beyond measure. You simply have to follow through. See it through to its conclusion. See it through to its completion. So now I'm going to share with you 10 rules, 10 methods, 10 guidelines for enthusiasm in your life. Ways for enthusiasm to work for you. The ways that you can apply for enthusiasm to be ignited again in you. It's so easy to lose enthusiasm in the current life conditions that we face, because it's so easy to feel hopeless, to feel useless, to feel overwhelmed, to feel burnt out, to feel that there's just too much to handle. But when you ignite your enthusiasm, that nothing needs to change. Ignite your enthusiasm with the willingness of your heart, and then you be passionate. Passion stands for pass I on. The way that you share yourself, the way that I pass this on, pass I on is my passion. Be passionate. You have a passion for what you are doing if you build enthusiasm for it. And enthusiasm is something that you build. You need to be excited about it as you wake up in the morning and as you go to bed at night. This passion is what will keep your enthusiasm high, even during rough patches. We will all go through rough patches. It's the way it works here. But in its simplest form, love what you do and enthusiasm results. Even if it's something that you don't like, just tell yourself, I'm doing this because I chose to do this and because it's giving me a gift. So let me do this and enthusiasm will follow. And that enthusiasm is the most wonderful feeling of aliveness. And then be grateful. Be grateful. One of the ways that I build my enthusiasm with my work and my business is that I always remind myself of everything that it has given me, everything that it brings my life. You know, there's so little courtesy left in life. There's so little that people will just take a moment and show courtesy, show that little bit of caring, that little bit of respect. It's not available. People just don't give it because they can't be bothered. But they love to get, to be grateful for what they can receive. Now that's not the issue. But one of the ways that I build my enthusiasm is to and everything, my work, my business, my home, my personal life, is that I always remind myself of everything that it's giving me. I express gratitude for all that I have, and this supports me to become even more excited about what I'm doing. Even if I'm cleaning the garden, if I'm picking up the dog poop, I'm so excited about the fact that I'm now going to have a beautiful, clean lawn, and that I can walk on the lawn and I can lie on the grass. And as we go through the daily grind, because it's a grind, it's very easy to forget about the little things that make our life easier and comfortable. The little things. Remember all the good things that you have going on in your life, and just be deeply satisfied and thankful for being who you are today. For being who you are today. Not what you have, but who you are. Because who you are is going to continue, not what you have. The hearse does not have a huge Stutterfits van lines behind it with all your stuff. Only who you are is going forward with you. Your body's going to stay behind. And everywhere I'm reading, everywhere I'm researching, and even in some of the stuff that I wanted to share with you today, it's reiterated that we need to consider the quantum physics of things, that there's more to life than just what we can observe with our senses. This is a wonderful method to create powerful enthusiasm in your life. To start again to notice the smallest and the little things. And most of all, to have courtesy. And courtesy is consideration and respect in action. It takes 2 seconds to send someone a message and say, you know what, I'm thinking of you. Or, you know what, I won't be present today, but I'm thinking of you, have a wonderful session. But it's absent because there's no caring, there's no consideration, there's no respect. So be positive, because you need to stay positive in spite of the fact that that flow is being blocked by someone else, because they're blocking the flow. And if you're going to buy into that, your flow will also be blocked. One of the ways that I build the enthusiasm is that to stay up-vibed. Enthusiasm cannot survive in a negative environment. If you always have negative thoughts that diminishes, and you're always looking at the glass and how little you have, you'll find your enthusiasm will dissipate very quickly. It's very easy to see what is missing. It's very easy to see what is lacking. You need to up-vibe for your enthusiasm to thrive. And look at the silver lining. Look at the bright side of things. Take away encouraging lessons, encouraging thoughts out of seemingly bad situations, and you'll find yourself submerged by a wave of amazing enthusiasm that carries you in this flow, that carries you along this flow toward your objectives, toward your dreams, toward your desires. And my word is my honor, when you practice this, your life is going to transform. And your life is probably transforming because you're practicing it already. The next one is very important. Be proud. You are brag worthy. Not in a way that's empty and that's arrogant and that's overbearing, but in a way that shows that you feel proud of yourself for what you bring into this world, for what you represent, for what it is you want to build enthusiasm for. Make sure that you're proud of it. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it with your peers. Discuss it and mention it to your family. Feeling proud is very important to create lasting enthusiasm. Yo, I'm so proud of myself. You know, yesterday I got this and this and this and this and this done, and I baked a banana loaf because I had quite a few bananas that was overripe and I didn't want to waste them, and I made a banana loaf. Don't you want to come over for tea? I've got a lovely banana loaf that I baked yesterday. And brag. And I'm discovering again that I'm such a wonderful cook, and I bake so well because I started cooking for myself in spite of load shedding. Even if load shedding is happening, I've got it on the little gas stove, and I make it work. Because I've discovered the enthusiasm again of cooking for myself and baking things and making nice things. So anything that's worth being proud of is worth having enthusiasm for and is worth sharing. It's a wonderful thing. Talking about anything that you're proud of builds a terrific excitement that only helps and supports in the continuation of that flow, of that positive flow, of unblocking that flow so that it takes you in the direction of your dreams and that your life feels worth living. Next, be creative. You can never have enough creativity. Enthusiasm creates and generates creativity, and creativity triggers enthusiasm. Be innovative and creative in whatever you are doing and watch your enthusiasm skyrocket. Always look for better and newer ways to go about it. Always look for an easier path and always think outside the box. Be creative, and being creative is one of the fastest and most effective ways to create enthusiasm. How can you do something in a more creative way? Even if you get out of bed, how can you get out of bed tomorrow morning in a more creative way? Just be careful. Don't jump and hit the ceiling with your head because you didn't take into consideration how tall you are. Because when you brag, you're going to feel very tall. So be proactive. Be proactive. When you are the initiator, when you are the source, the river cannot run without its source. There can be no flow without a source. When you are the initiator, when you are the source, the one thing that makes things happen, that you transform your dedication to enthusiasm seamlessly. Being proactive creates massive enthusiasm in that you promote something that you have a vested interest in, perhaps something that you are passionate about. Your passion will soar your enthusiasm. So be the captain of the ship. Be the captain of the ship. Be the leader. Be the inspiration. And you will notice your enthusiasm get higher and higher. It's your greatness in action. And your greatness in action is very simple because there's something sacred that's continuously. And Dr. Joe Dispenza says it's not possible to ignore the fact that there's something so great that right now is making your heart beat. Something that you're not thinking about, that you cannot even understand, that there's something that's making your lungs breathe, that's something that's operating your brain for you. There's something so great beyond ourselves, beyond what we think we know and what we can do ourselves. That's your greatness in action, because that energy is constantly in transit through you, and the way that you share it with the world, that's your greatness in action. And this is one of the most important ones. Be available. People are constantly assuring themselves, and they are reassuring themselves, and they are convincing themselves, actually, rather than assuring, but convincing themselves that they're willing. Sure, they're willing, but they're not available. So you need to be available. The quickest way to destroy any momentum and your enthusiasm along the way is to be completely demanding. Demanding. You're not available, but you're constantly demanding.
that things must happen for you, but you're not available. You're not available to make it happen, but it must happen for you. So be real, be considerate, and this will ensure that your enthusiasm is going to be there for the long haul. Being, having expectations, being unreasonable, it's guaranteed disappointment, and thus you create an aura of negative energy around you. Because if you're going to be unreasonable, what happens when you're unreasonable? You just don't listen to anything that anybody says. Do you know that how often I see that people just don't listen? And the expectations that happens out of not listening, because whilst you're not listening, you have an expectation now of what needs to happen, but you didn't listen to start with. So that's guaranteed disappointment. And that's immediately an aura of disappointment, of worry, of, of, of feeling let down, of feeling unsupported, of feeling excluded. No. Building enthusiasm in such an environment is pretty much impossible. And impossible I'm using with poetic license as well. It's not a word that I ascribe to. But so be sure to stay aware and be considerate for your enthusiasm to survive, to continue, to have a continuation. Because not only do you need to be considerate, because consider leads to consideration. Consideration always leads to courtesy, and courtesy always shows respect. And it's the little things that shows up your character. It's the little things that shows up your real consideration, your real respect, your real value that you contribute, that you derive. Next, be patient. Be patient. Being impatient and expecting everything right away will only crush your enthusiasm when reality slaps you in the face. We have McDonald's on the corner, but life doesn't work like McDonald's. It's not instant gratification. It's not always instant delivery. Divine timing has its own agenda. It has its own methods. If you want to have long-lasting enthusiasm, it is required of you to be very patient. And patience means, how do you have patience? How do you get patience? You accept what is. You accept what's going on. That's how you have patience. Accept what is. The more patience you have, the more solid your enthusiasm will be. After all, we want what we want. After all, what we want is enthusiasm that's going to last us a lifetime. Because enthusiasm is a fabulous feeling. It's a fabulous energy. And in order to do that, we must have patience in all our endeavors. And we must have patience with enthusiasm. Because it's not going to happen the way you think. Life never happens the way you think. I'm sitting here now and I keep scratching my ear. My dogs have got these itchy ears or scratchy ears. They keep shaking their head. And I'm sitting here thinking now, I wonder what you will all think if I start vigorously shaking my head like my dogs do, because they don't have fingers to scratch their ear like I'm doing it now. I wonder if I'm getting the same scratchy ears as my dogs here. The amount of moisture in the air is giving so many funguses and things the opportunity to grow in our bodies and in our environment. It's quite something. And as I'm sitting here looking out the window, I see that the weather's closing in again. So it looks like we're in for more rain. So the next one is be enlightened. Enlightened. Believe it or not, you can build phenomenal enthusiasm with quietude, with stillness. You can have amazing enthusiasm with full peace within your entire being and living in the never-ending present moment, the ever-present, the ever-infinite present moment. Present moment consciousness. You do not need to be agitated or feel excitement. You can be completely still and calm simplicity can flow through you. The undoing of the flow and that calm simplicity that flows through you, and you can enjoy unparalleled enthusiasm. The power of now is what I'm referring to here, and Eckhart Tolle is the one that explains it masterfully in his writings. Find your own enlightenment and you will gain so much enthusiasm along the way. And enlightenment is simply the ability to be in a state of calm simplicity. Next, evolve. Be evolving. Accept that life is all about improving yourself and that you are in a state of constant evolution. Constant evolution, constant change. Knowing that you are each and every day getting better and better is a wonderful way to create sheer enthusiasm. Be aware that each step, each moment has meaning and purpose, and it is phenomenally rewarding and builds a solid foundation on which you can stack your enthusiasm. Your enthusiasm is like the floors that you build in a building. They just take you higher and higher and higher and higher. So, every day, in every way, my enthusiasm is getting better and better. What a lovely way to have a mantra to support you during the day. Every day, in every way, my enthusiasm is getting better and better. What a wonderful way to build my life. What a wonderful way to be good to myself. Complement each other. Adding each one of these to your choices every day, each one of these 10 items that I've shared with you, and you will witness your enthusiasm for whatever it is that you are doing get stronger and longer lasting. And with enthusiasm fully ignited, there is absolutely nothing that can stop you from being all that you've ever wanted to be. So I'm going to say that to you again. When you add each one of these that I've shared with you as part of your choices every day, you will witness your enthusiasm for whatever it is that you are doing get stronger and stronger and longer lasting. So it's not going to be just for a little bit and then it's gone. It's going to stay for longer and longer, and it's be longer and longer lasting. And with your enthusiasm fully integrated, there is absolutely nothing that can stop you from being all that you've ever wanted to be, from being all that you've ever dreamed of. So I'm giving you homework today. And this is my story for this Sunday morning. But I'm sending you away with homework today. Go witness your enthusiasm. Go witness your enthusiasm and let your enthusiasm find you willing, available, with capacity. And then you're going to discover capabilities that's going to astound you, because you will then be in a state where you will realize your potential every moment. And potential realized is the greatest gift that we can give ourselves, because our potential as human beings is infinite. And the world needs you. That's why you are here today. The world needs your enthusiasm. So go witness your enthusiasm. Grow every day from here on. And be good to yourself because you can. Thank you so much for coming to sit with me this morning. And thank you for sharing the space with me. And thank you for making it possible to talk to you that I didn't talk to myself. Because I'm going to make these recordings and keep them because I've decided that I'm not going to be writing any books. I'm going to share these recordings, and that will be the books that I leave behind in when I leave this planet one day. You can listen and look at my face and listen to my voice. So thank you for your presence. Have a wonderful week until I see you again. We'll meet again probably first or second week of March. We'll see. There's so many holidays in March. I will work around it as much as I can. But I promise you at least one Energizer a month, if not two every month. Thank you so much. All the best. Take care. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Sasha.
Shah.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.